The consul awoke with the peculiar headache, dry throat, and sense of having forgotten 1,000 dreams, which only periods in cryogenic fugue could bring. He blinked, sat upright on a low couch, and groggily pushed away the last sensor tapes clinging to his skin. There were 2 very short crew clones, and 1 very tall, hooded Templar with him in the windowless ovoid of a room. One of the clones offered the consul the traditional post-thaw glass of orange juice. He accepted it and drank greedily.
"The tree is 2 light minutes and 5 hours of travel from Hyperion,"
said the Templar, and the consul realized that he was being addressed by Hegemony, captain of the Templar tree ship and true voice of the tree. The consul vaguely realized that it was a great honor to be awakened by the captain, but he was too groggy and disoriented from fugue to appreciate it.
"The others have been awake for some hours,"
said Hegemony, and gestured for the clones to leave them.
"They have assembled on the foremost dining platform."
said the consul, and took a drink. He cleared his throat and tried again.
"Thank you, Hegemony,"
he managed. Looking around the egg-shaped room with its carpet of dark grass, translucent walls, and support ribs of continuous carved weirwood, the consul realized that he must be in one of the smaller environment pods. Closing his eyes, he tried to recall his memories of rendezvous just before the Templar ship went quantum. The consul remembered his first glimpse of the kilometer-long tree ship as he closed for rendezvous. The tree ship's details blurred by the redundant machine and erg-generated containment fields which surrounded it like a spherical mist, but its leafy bulk clearly ablaze with thousands of lights which shone softly through leaves and thin-walled environment pods, or along countless platforms, bridges, command decks, stairways, and bowers. Around the base of the tree ship, engineering and cargo spheres clustered like oversized galls, while blue and violet drive streamers trailed behind like 10-kilometer-long roots.
"The others await,"
Hegemony said softly, and nodded toward low cushions where the consul's luggage lay ready to open upon his command. The Templar gazed thoughtfully at the weirwood rafters, while the consul dressed in semi-formal evening wear of loose black trousers, polished ship boots, a white silk blouse which ballooned at waist and elbows, topaz collar cinch, black demi-coat complete with slashes of hegemony crimson on the epaulets, and a soft gold tricorn. A section of curved wall became a mirror, and the consul stared at the image there. A more than middle-aged man in semi-formal evening wear, sunburned skin but oddly pale under the sad eyes. The consul frowned, nodded, and turned away. Hegemony gestured, and the consul followed the tall, robed figure through a dilation in the pod onto an ascending walkway, which curved up and out of sight around the massive bark wall of the tree ship's trunk. The consul paused, moved to the edge of the walkway, and took a quick step back. It was at least 600 meters down. Down being created by the 1/6 standard gravity being generated by the singularities imprisoned at the base of the tree. And there were no railings. They resumed their silent ascent, turning off from the main trunk walkway 30 meters and half a trunk spiral later, to cross a flimsy suspension bridge to a 5-meter-wide branch. They followed this outward to where the riot of leaves caught the glare of Hyperion's sun.
"Has my ship been brought out of storage?"
asked the consul.
"It is fueled and ready in Sphere 11,
said Hegemony. They passed into the shadow of the trunk, and stars became visible in the black patches between the dark latticework of leaves.
"The other pilgrims have agreed to ferry down in your ship if the Force authorities give permission,"
added the Templar. The consul rubbed his eyes and wished that he had been allowed more time to retrieve his wits from the cold grip of cryonic fugue.